thanking Ms. Dorka and all the organizers in the Peel District School Board for making this showcase happen and giving me the amazing opportunity to speak today. So I'd like to share a little bit about myself other than the video. I'm not sure if any of you know, but the Living Arts Center actually has a lot of different programs and workshops. It's actually kind of like my home here because I've started since like 4 years old in, pottery workshops and painting and doing ballet. I remember doing so many ballet recitals on this very stage. And I'm not sure if you guys know, but I'm also part of the Mississauga Symphony Youth Orchestra, and we will be performing our last concert this Sunday. So if you haven't bought tickets yet, you really should. So yeah, shout out to Hazel McCallion for building this amazing center and making Mississauga the interconnected community that it is today. So even though this is kind of my home stage and I've performed here so many times, it's actually my first time speaking in front of so many people. So I'm a little nervous and I just wanted to warm up a little bit, so just 1 second. Okay, now that I've got all my nerves out, I want to share 2 secrets that you may not know about the Peel District School Board. So one is that they have a high performance program where students like me can actually go to school for half the day. So I do gymnastics and a bunch of other activities, and the Peel District School Board is really supportive of that and students like me. So actually, since elementary school, I've been going to school for only 2.5 hours a day while still getting all the academic focus that I need. So I'm really appreciative of the high performance program and my experiences as a student in the Peel District School Board. Thank you. Another secret I'd like to share with you is, shout out to all the high school students out there who's looking for volunteer hours. I'm sure you might not have known, but there's actually a lot of the Peel school boards have a special needs program in their school, and you can just walk right down the hall and volunteer in your own school's special needs program for volunteer hours. It's actually a really great way to make a difference directly and meaningfully. So I first started my volunteering experiences when I was in grade 5 before the pandemic. And I would just walk right down after lunch ended. I would walk down the hall to the special needs class, and there was this one memory that really spoke to me. It was my first time working with one of the students. His name was Abdul, and I was going to read a book to him. So we picked out a book, and we sat down at the table, and I started reading. It was a geometry book, and I would read page by page. But as we went on, he started interrupting me a little and tapping me on the hand. And I kept going, unsure of what to do. But then I finally stopped after he was interrupting me too much. So he actually ended up, taking the book out of my hands and placing it on the table, and he was pointing to the shapes on the pages and identifying them. And it really touched me how much of a passion he had for learning. So as I was reflecting, and after the pandemic and the lockdown, I was no longer able to volunteer, and I realized that these communication issues and struggles are a part of every day for children with developmental disabilities and special needs. And experiencing the pandemic, I know myself how hard it is to communicate online and not have any social interactions. And something that has really helped with that is music. So I'm pretty sure I heard someone say this already, but music is a universal language that can communicate beyond words. And that's why I kind of thought of music as a way that I could help the community even more. So I started Music for Every Child 2 years ago with a couple of my friends, and we are an entirely youth-led charity led by full-time students. So we have three focuses. The first one is to help children with special needs. The second one is to raise awareness for children with special needs, because a lot of the students don't even know that there's a special ed program in their very own school. And then the last one is youth mobilization, because we're entirely youth-led. Of course, we have to invite our friends to join our cause. And so, over the past 2 years, we've grown a lot, and we're currently running in 22 schools across 5 cities in Ontario. So we run weekly music therapy programs, and in the Peel District School Board alone, we've grown from 1 school to 6 schools in the past 2 months. So it's a huge achievement I'm so proud of. And I've had so many testimonies of, teachers and parents seeing how much of a difference it makes for the children. So music therapy, or just music in general, can help with social, emotional control, self-regulation, and the skills that are developed through music therapy, the students are actually able to take these skills and transfer them throughout the rest of the week. So that means that music is not only a 1-hour session per week, the one that we provide, but it actually opens up a whole new learning avenue for children with developmental disabilities, and it really has been making a big impact. I actually spoke to one of the parents of the students not long ago, and they were sharing how they see their daughter actually engaged in the session and wanting to participate and having this enthusiasm that is hard to come by. So I'm sure you all know the joy that we've been watching these performers sing and dance, and I hope you at least smiled once during this performance. So, sharing music and the joy of it within this stadium, I also think it's important that we share it with, our whole community and also those most in need. So we actually do not have any federal or provincial funding at all, and all of our funds raised go directly towards paying for music therapy sessions and bringing the joy of music to children with special needs. And so all of our funds are raised by volunteers like me and a lot of high school students. We do a lot of events throughout the summer. We sell handmade goods, we do car washes and bake sales and concerts, but we are definitely getting to a point where there are so many schools in need, and our expansion rate is so big. And of course we could, kind of play it safe and turn down some schools because, we don't have the budget at all. But it truly breaks my heart to see that, we have to turn down these schools knowing that they do need our help, and knowing how effective this program and how amazing the joy of music can be. And so I wanted to share something with you today, actually with just by saving $1 every day, so a daily donation of $1 only, you can support a children with special needs and actually bring music to them, and honestly it changes their lives. So what I'm trying to say is you can change the life of a kid with special needs by saving $1 a day. And if that's too much to ask for, we really appreciate anything you have to give, whether it be to follow us on Instagram or any one-time donation that you have. We promise that we'll make the best use of it, and that it will go towards helping, children with special needs in our community that could really use the help. So I think we should all just join together, come together as a community, and, give back to those most in need and help share the joy of music that we're here to experience today. Sorry, I forgot to mention one thing. We actually do have a booth right outside in the atrium, so please feel free to check it out during intermission, or we're also staying after you guys will probably all leave. We'll be stuck here packing up. But yeah, we'll stay here for as long as you need, and we love to connect with you. Even if it's just to chat, we're people, we love to talk. So please come by, and we have a lot of handmade goods to sell as well. So check it out.
We would now like to introduce the Sunny Views Pan Nation. This unique band is the first steel pan performance ever in the Pure Music Showcase.